This hardbody says her boyfriend's a homebody.
He lives at home with his parents. He shares a room with his brother. He's 23 years old and he has a curfew.
But when she had a blind date,
I got there, she was still sleeping.
Guess what he found?
Dad answered the door. I got with her parents, talked with them for about an hour and a half.
After he's a hit with her friend.
I thought he was really cute. He had a good personality.
And her boyfriend takes a walk on the wild side.
She has a tattoo that says creme de la creme, and it's true.
Will they have a change of heart?
Welcome to Change of Heart. Let's meet our couple. Now, when they met, he was a handsome waiter and she was a hungry customer. But it seemed that she craved him more than his menu, so he invited him to a party, and 9 months later, they're still nibbling off each other's plates. Please welcome Yolanda Garza and Jaime Gomez. Welcome. And Yolanda, let me start with you. What type of food would best describe your relationship with Jaime?
I would have to say that it would be chocolate, because that's my favorite food, and it's something you always keep around and be dependable, and that's kind of like Jaime, sweet and dependable.
A big, sweet piece of chocolate.
Yep.
Very nice. And Jaime, what was it that, made you finally realize that she was your favorite entree?
Well, I would speak to her, and she was very intelligent. She had all her goals set for herself, and it's not like most of the girls I know, so I figured, you know what? Let's give it a shot.
All right, it was worth the Now, Yolanda, what about anything in your relationship that actually upsets your stomach about him?
Jaime makes small problems huge ordeals.
Oh my God, you are so full of it. That is not true.
All about the drama?
When?
Oh my goodness, he exaggerates everything.
No, I don't. Usually you're the one that does that.
No.
I mean, usually be like something, nice little talk. You just escalate. I don't know.
We sit there and we argue and he blows everything out of proportion.
No, I don't. Usually I just sitting there talking, try to explain myself.
No, wait. Let me get an example of something that he over-exaggerates. Give me an example.
Oh, the fact that I take too long getting ready and he has to turn into
oh my God.
girl
It's like,
thing and
we have to be out the door, for example, we'll go out, it'll be like 7 o'clock, and usually we have to leave by 7 o'clock, and she was just like 10 minutes to 7, she'd probably start getting ready.
No, he'll purposely show up like 10 minutes late just to prove it, just to blow it in my face.
Yeah, I'm giving you some time.
Hey, Jaime, how independent is Yolanda?
Oh my God, she's as clingy as a Siamese twin.
I am not!
Yes, you are! Yes, you are! If it was up to you, we'd spend like every waking moment.
No, that's not true.
I need Jaime time. I need Jaime time. You know, my own
separation.
No separation. Yeah.
No, he is.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
True.
Exactly.
And he's looking for a little...
You want absence? I'll give you absence.
Ooh. Yeah, be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
Now, Yolanda, he says you're too clingy. When do you want time away from him?
When he treats me like I'm 10 years old.
Well, we would stop acting like it, then I wouldn't.
He's 23. He's so much older
that is
than
not
me.
true. I can be immature sometimes.
I've been around the block 20 million more times than you.
No, that is not true.
Not even close.
No.
He doesn't listen to me because I'm younger. So.
And is he condescending then when you tell him something?
Definitely. Like all of a sudden, because I'm a little younger than him and he graduated before me, all of a sudden he knows so much more because he's been
she thinks she knows more than me. That's the problem I have.
No.
She thinks she knows more than me, and like I doesn't fly.
No.
You're so worldly, but what kind of childish choices does Yolanda make?
Her clubbing is out of control.
Always going out?
Out of control! I mean, I understand like once a week is cool, but I mean, we spend more times at clubs than you do at work or at school. It's kind of like out of control. I mean, 4 days a week. Who goes clubbing 4 days a week?
Yolanda, you're such a club girl. Come on. Do you go alone, or does she go alone?
I go with my friends because he can't handle it.
No, I mean, it's not that, but I mean, it's like once in a while, it's like cool, go out to the movies, just like kick back.
Now, Jaime, how about when she's out at the clubs, though, without you? Do you trust her?
I have to admit, you've had phone numbers, have you not?
Oh my God, they're like my friends.
Yeah,
he makes a big deal. He has all these
Yeah, but Yolanda, here's my question, though. You're going out with him. Why don't you want to spend your evenings with him?
Okay, how about he's 23 years old and he has a curfew?
Hey! Curfew? Actually, that's not true.
He has a curfew. He has a curfew. He lives at home with his parents. He shares a room with his brother. He has to be home. What can I do? Why wouldn't I go to a club if he's going to be, I have to be home by 1 or something?
That's not true. I stay as late as I can. It doesn't matter.
No, he stays out and his parents will be like,
fine,
Jaime,
whatever.
Tell us why you decided to come here today.
Well, I mean, we reached the point in our relationship where it's kind of like getting a little serious, and I kind of think her clubbing takes precedence over me. So I figure, you know what? Like, let's go out with other people and see what happens.
Good enough. We'll find out what happens here, because coming up, we're going to find out why Jaime calls his date the creme de la creme. Stay tuned. Says that Yolanda is young, wild party girl who clings to him like a Siamese twin. So we set him up with a sophisticated girl who says the only time she clings to her man is in the bedroom. Please welcome Andrea and Yolanda. Hi, Andrea. Good to see you. How are you? So, Jaime, let's start with you and tell me what you thought when you hooked up with Andrea.
Oh my, she was a total hottie.
Wait a minute, don't be shy.
Come here.
Get over there. Yes, so what'd you think?
I thought she was a total hottie. I mean, she had a nice petite body, nice figure, I mean, long hair. I mean, if I totally saw her at a club, I'd talk to her.
You'd have been all over that in the club. Now, Andrea, he was obviously impressed with the way you looked and everything. Did he do anything to impress you?
Yes, he surprised me with a dozen red roses.
Very nice.
Hey, I get roses.
Not on a date.
Oh, I haven't.
Only when we fight, yeah.
Oh, then you get flowers afterwards. Jaime, I understand that you guys ended up at some sort of car museum on the date. Anything there that got your heart racing?
Well, I mean, we felt very comfortable with each other, so we held hands.
What?
Yeah, we did. I mean,
hold my hand.
yes, we do. I mean, it's like I felt comfortable with her. She felt comfortable with me. So I don't know, it's just like natural.
But wait, let me pick up on what Yolanda said, because she said you won't hold her hand. Why not?
That is not true.
He makes a big deal. He'll be like, "Why do you have to hold my hand? I'm just walking."
That is not true. That isn't true. It's a lie.
All right, Andrea, how was Jaime treating you on this point in the date?
He completely pampered me. You know, we went to this gift shop and he bought me like fuzzy dice, a car, whatever caught my eye. Whatever caught my eye.
Fuzzy dice.
What's wrong?
Oh, he does this tease me because I have dice.
Now, Yolanda, when's the last time he took you out and spoiled you like that?
Never.
Never.
Now, Jaime, what about at this point, though, any similarities between you and Andrea that actually kept your wheels spinning or turning?
The coolest thing about her is that she speaks Spanish. And usually when I go out with girls, I like to speak Spanish sometimes. Unlike her, where all she does is like, yo quiero Taco Bell.
Sorry, my parents were born here and they speak English.
Well, so you found out to be a
I speak Spanish too. But just because I don't speak it at my house doesn't make me any less Mexican than you.
No, I'm not saying it doesn't.
All right, Andrea, where did you guys drive off to next on the date?
Next we went to go race cars. It was really sweet. We were, joking around. We really connected. It was really cool. He's smart and he has a good sense of humor. It was really nice.
All right, and Jaime, I understand that Andrea actually showed you something interesting while you guys were waiting online at the racetrack?
Yes, she did.
Yeah, tell us about that.
She has a tattoo on her lower back that says creme de la creme, which means best of the best, and it's right, it's true.
Right there on the lower back. Very nice.
Whatever you say.
So, Andrea, you guys have been racing around quite a bit at this point. Any chance, though, to actually change the pace a little bit on the date?
Yeah, he took me to a really nice dinner, but first I had to change in his truck, and it seemed like all these people swarmed around right when I had to do that.
Oh, that's nice.
But he was a total gentleman. He was trying to block their view, so nobody would peek. He was...
Jaime, you were looking out for her. That's good. And what about her truck transformation once she was done and came out?
I mean, yeah, she looked very classy, very conservative. Unlike when I've seen her with her hooch out when she goes to clubbing.
So a little different then.
Yeah, it was a change of pace.
Sorry, I don't like to wear skirts to my ankles.
Now, Jaime, what about Andrea?
It's called class, honey. It's called class.
Oh.
And Jaime, what was the best thing about Andrea at dinner?
Okay, both Yolanda and Andrea hate shrimp, but she was willing to try it, and she actually liked it. I mean, she's only used to eating fast food and a bunch of crap, but she was just willing, open to try anything.
Maybe you would take me to a nice restaurant.
Oh, and I haven't.
To go to Taco Bell.
And you are so full of it.
All right, Andrea, you said earlier Andrea, you said earlier that Jaime was spoiling you. Did that continue as the date went on?
Yeah, he bought me these ceramic mugs for us to drink our pina coladas out of. It was really nice. I didn't have to worry about money all night.
So he was taking care of everything.
All night.
Now, Jaime, anything about Yolanda's personality that you felt you were kind of missing when you were hanging out with Andrea for dinner?
Andrea's really cool and stuff, but Yolanda's a little bit more energetic, which I like. I mean, I kind of missed that. It was a little change of pace. She's very mellow, very laid back. So
you were missing that just a little bit?
Yes, a little.
Okay. Andrea, anything that Jaime did that actually spoiled the mood during dinner?
Well, okay, at one point, he took the umbrella from our pina colada and he put it over his ear.
Oh my God.
And no, at first it was hilarious, but when he started shaking his head around like a diva, it started to get a little scary. It was scary.
Oh yeah, 23 and 19, that's such a big deal.
There you go. Now, Jaime, did you ever get the impression that while you were out with Andrea that she wanted to stay out and go clubbing all night like Yolanda would?
actually, no. She could appreciate, like, you know, going to the track and then having dinner, just calling it a night. Where, I mean, she didn't have to go clubbing or anything. I guess she's outgrown the whole clubbing thing.
So you felt that different vibe there. So, Andrea, since you guys didn't party all night, how did you finally say goodnight?
Well, he drove me home and we discussed what we might do if we were to go out again, and he gave me a big hug and I gave him a kiss on the cheek, and that was it. He's a total gentleman.
A conversation about a possible another date. Well, will there be one? We don't know yet, but coming up, Yolanda dissed her date the first time around. Did they kiss and make up? We're going to find out next. Complains that Jaime exaggerates to no end, talks to her like a kid, and can't stay out past his curfew. So we set her up with a fun-loving guy who likes to kid around and party all night long. Please welcome Landen Patterson. Hey, Landen. Have a seat. And Yolanda, I understand that this whole date got off to a really rough start. What happened?
Well, we originally planned to get tattoos on our date, but the day that he was free for it, I wasn't, and the same thing went for him. And then the one day that it actually was okay to happen, it kind of fell through, so. So,
boom, that was a problem.
Yeah.
And Landen, I guess tattoos were out. Did you have a backup plan at that point?
Yeah, well, I had reservations for dinner, and then what we were going to do is we were going to go clubbing and meet her friends out there. She gave me a call earlier and said that she was tired, she wanted to take a nap, so I ended up picking her up at 8.
Just like Yolanda.
Forget the dinner, and, you know, I was a little annoyed by it, but I was like, you know what, let's keep it going, and we'll make something good happen.
Yeah, I hear you. Let's see what happens. So, Landen, here's all this confusion, all this, you know, whatever that was going on. Was she worth the wait, though?
Unfortunately, no.
Explain what happened.
Basically, what happened when I got there, she was still sleeping.
Oh, gosh.
Her dad answered the door. I went in there and walked in there and sat with her parents, talked with them for about an hour and a half while she was getting ready. It was definitely a difficult experience.
So, Yolanda, why weren't you ready?
Sounds familiar.
I had called him earlier during the day because I was working really late and basically telling him that I would be asleep when he got there almost, and when he got there, I was still asleep.
So, Landen, you said you were going clubbing with her friends. Were you upset and bummed that she was that the friends were going to be there with her?
Well, you know what? When the friends showed up, I was actually excited. They talked to me way more than she did. They seemed like a cool people to go hanging out with and dancing, so it was good.
So it was actually a good thing that they were there.
Definitely.
Now, here's one interesting thing. Since her friends were there, we do have one of her friends backstage to give an eyewitness account of what was going on. So let's welcome Denise. Hi, Denise. Now, Denise, let me ask you a question. Since you spent some time with Landen, what'd you think of him?
I thought he was really cute. He had a good personality, really outgoing. I don't understand why she really didn't want to give him a chance.
So, Yolanda, let me ask you, were you not interested in him, or what was going on?
I think it was just we kind of got off on the wrong foot there, so I don't know. Everything kind of just, like, fell apart, so.
Now, Denise, let me ask you another question. Do you think that Landen was trying, was he making an effort with Yolanda?
Actually, he was. He had good conversation with all of us. He was dancing with us the whole time. He's just, like, a great guy.
He was.
And Denise, what do you think the real reason was that Yolanda chose to just ignore him?
Well, actually, right when we got there, she went straight to the DJ booth, talking to her DJ friend, and left us to watch him the whole night.
So, Landen, did you finally get this chance to spend some time with Yolanda when you left the club?
Well, there was one little problem with that. I didn't leave the club with her. She stayed with her DJ friend.
Oh, she did?
I went to the next club with her friends and went dancing. It was pretty interesting, we could say.
Now, Jaime, I gotta ask you, do you know about this DJ guy that they're talking about?
Oh, yeah, I know about her friend. Yeah, I know.
Right? And what's the deal? I mean, who is this guy, Jaime?
You know what? I really don't know. I mean, he's an okay guy, but as far as, like, the relationship between, like, her and him, I don't know.
So, Yolanda, let me ask you. You're supposed to be on a date with Landen. Here you are hanging out with this DJ guy. What's up with that?
I think it was just because I don't know, like the club that we were at was like exactly the place that I wanted to be at, and my friends were all into it, and it was kind of like he didn't really like the music or anything.
Yeah, but your friends had left at this point.
No, even before that. I mean, even before that, it was kind of like he wasn't really dancing with us, and then when he was dancing with us, it was kind of like,
oh, I don't know. Let me go back to Denise for just a second, because there's got to be some missing pieces. Can you put this together for us?
Yes, actually, we were there at the club. He was dancing with us a little bit. Actually, he was dancing with me more than Yolanda was dancing with me. And then we ended up just moving to the next club, and she decided to stay behind, so what can we do?
All right, now, Denise, do you think that there's a romantic interest between Yolanda and this DJ guy, or what?
To be honest, not too sure. She is a little friendly with him, but, I mean, she says he's just her friend.
A little friendly.
Sounds like a little bit more than just friendship there going on. I'm not sure. So, Jaime, do you think Yolanda's just friends with this guy or not?
That is a very good question.
Nobody knows anything about this
Nobody,
guy.
not even I. Think
That's
like
exactly it. Everybody's making it like nobody knows.
But I mean, you really don't say otherwise, so how can you
yes,
not?
I do. I pretty much do set everybody straight.
Okay. Now, Landen, here's the surprise. I understand you actually took her out a second time. Why give it another shot?
Well, you know, I could understand if someone was having, you know, a bad day or whatever, wanted to be a gentleman, take her out again to dinner, you know, give her another chance and we'll see what happens.
You gave her the benefit of the doubt?
Yeah.
And Yolanda, were you even surprised that he was up for a second date?
Yeah, actually I was, but I thought it was nice and I was, you know, I was interested in doing it, so I was, yeah, he didn't make a huge ordeal out of it. It was a good thing.
Well, that's good. And Landen, did you get to actually know her a little bit better after the second time around?
Well, we went to dinner. There was no talking. When we got there, we were having conversation. It was a pretty sleepy thing. I was having to pull questions out of my ass. It was pretty tough. It was pretty tough.
So, Landen, then, based on that, did you get the feeling that she wasn't getting a vibe from you?
Well, you know, at the end of the date, I pulled up to her house, walked her up like a gentleman, and she opened the door and kind of looked up at me like almost like she wanted a kiss or something, and I was like, no way, forget that, I'm out the door. I didn't even give her a hug. I'm like, bye-bye. No hug. No hug.
All right, how will these blind dates affect Jaime and Yolanda's future? We're going to find out. By the way, thank you, Denise, for being here with us also. Stay tuned. Now, Jaime thought it would be a good idea for both of them to date other people. He was actually hoping Yolanda might get her partying out of her system before they consider moving on to the next level of commitment. Are they moving up or are they moving on? Let's find out. Now, Yolanda, we're going to start with you. It's been 9 months and you're at a crossroads, definitely in the relationship. You went out with Landen, obviously had a terrible time. Things did not go well. You made no connection whatsoever there. But we still need to get your decision. What do you say?
Well, after my date with Landen, I guess I kind of realized that there is a little more outside of just clubbing and everything, so I decided to stay.
So Yolanda says stay together. Landen, sorry, well, never mind. You're not really disappointed. Jaime, we got to get your decision. She says stay together. Now, you went out with Andrea. You guys had a really nice time at the museum. You enjoyed talking Spanish together to one another.
Yeah.
It was a very romantic dinner that was going on between the two of you. What's your decision?
Well, the reason Yolanda and I went on this show was just to see what's out there, like if we can meet other people. And I've met Andrea, she's really cool. And I like her, and I want to see her again, so I said,
change of heart. Andrea, does that work for you?
You know what?
Andrea, go ahead.
Actually, right now, in my life, I think I'm cool, so I'm gonna pass.
So you're gonna say thanks, but no thanks? All right, well, nobody's in a relationship now. You guys obviously weren't ready for the next step with each other, so it's probably better that it ended this way all the way around. That is our show for today. Thanks to Yolanda and Landen. Also to Denise, who was backstage. Good luck to everybody. We'll see you next time right here on Change of Heart.